Well, good afternoon. My name is Trey Wilson, and I have been going to Grace for about 8 to 9 years now. I am a member of our production team at Grace, and I'm also involved in the Commons as one of our servant leaders slash volunteers. So in high school, I was just your average kid growing up. I just wanted to, fit in wherever it seemed necessary or appropriate, and I would just do kind of whatever it took to fit in some sort of crowd. So I basically just kind of acted like how the people I was around was acting, and then it just started to cause some problems. I started being called fake and all these other negative things, and I just kind of felt out of place and lonely. So I basically was just talking to whoever wanted to talk to me, I guess. And my freshman year, I got involved in Young Life through a friend in my choir class. You guys may have heard of Young Life. It's a ministry tool for Christians of sharing the gospel through like camps, a Bible study called Campaigners, and then their big event called Club. It's kind of similar to how we run the Commons, where there's like a fun activity and then there's like a message at the end of it. So that's how I first came to know Christ. I was introduced to Campaigners, which is their Bible study, and that's where I really started to learn about Jesus for the first time and like actually starting to apply his word to my own life. And it was just really just different. Like it felt weird at first, but like as I kind of got along with my faith journey, I definitely got used to it and enjoyed it a lot more. So I'm definitely thankful for Rachel for getting me plugged into it, because I continued getting involved in Young Life through college. And I really just enjoyed all the people I was around and just how willing they were to pour themselves into me to kind of get me up to speed on following Jesus. So in retrospect, I first committed my life to Jesus when I was a freshman in high school, or almost a sophomore. And then since then, my life has definitely been up and down. I've had one foot in and one foot out until March 2020, after like a dark season of pushing God away, putting work over him. I really went all in for my faith the first time in my entire life. And that's when I felt called to start sharing the gospel for real and applying it to my life, like 100% of the time. So I created a TikTok account where I preach about Jesus. I use examples from my own life, and through that I've gotten to have real conversations and other opportunities like that. So I would say before Jesus, I was looking for identity and purpose, and through Jesus, as I was reading the Bible and being shepherded by mentors and whatnot, I know that my identity is in Christ, and Christ is going to be the only thing that fulfills me, regardless of how many promotions I get at work, how well I do as a soccer referee, which is what I do, how well my friends love me. Like, none of that compares to the satisfaction of being an ambassador of Christ and knowing that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made without having to, try to fit in somewhere. So that's been the biggest change in my faith journey. So Grace draws me to the Residency program just by how simply they just love and care for people. Like, our church does such a good job at loving people and being for our community, because that's what we talk about at Grace. We want to be a church that's not just in our community, but for our community. And just seeing how well we do at that really draws me in. And I've known a few of my friends personally. They've been involved in the Residency program, and just seeing how their life looks after they were involved, like they're for their community, they're preaching about the gospel in person and on their social medias. They do not look different than when they first stepped into the program. And just being mentored by the teaching team at Grace, getting to know the staff a little bit more deeper. I only see them a couple times a week when I'm at the church, so like really getting to know our staff on the deeper level outside of just our weekend services, and being able to contribute to the mission at Grace, which is to help people live Jesus-centered lives. And being in that position of like influence, being able to represent our church in a God-honoring way. I'm a broken guy, so I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna mess up, but that's where I have Jesus to lean on to for grace and forgiveness, and then ultimately repentance, and to just accept whatever mistakes I make, and I just keep going. It's all about consistency. We're not going to be perfect. The only perfect person to live on this world got nailed to a cross because of our imperfectness. So that story just is mind-blowing every single time I read it. So being able to contribute to that mission and being able to serve our church and our community, and how Grace does that really well, that's what's going to draw me to the Residency program. So I'm interested in vocational ministry because recently I had a job as an admission counselor at Ohio Dominican, and that did not work out. And I was super confident going into it. God laid it out perfectly for me. When I stepped foot on campus, I was the last person to be interviewed. They had been interviewing for 2 months, and then it seemed like everything was good. I'm like, okay, it's going well. I'm finally going to get an office job outside of college. And then a month into my career, it was gone like that. And since then, I've been trying to work through those feelings. I felt disappointed throughout the entire thing, and it's just been very difficult to process. I've definitely had to lean into Jesus the last few weeks, and he's definitely been close to me with a broken heart, and I know he's going to restore me, and I'm just waiting to see what's next. Maybe it's this, maybe it's something else, but I'd like to see if ministry is my calling. One of my career goals is to be a biblical counselor or a mental health counselor, or to even be a campus pastor. So seeing if I'm going to have the opportunity to do that, and learning how our teaching team delivers messages, and how they are able to live for Jesus inside of church and outside of church, and how they stay confident, and how they are securing themselves in Christ. So being able to learn from the older men at our church and people in influence at our church is definitely an intriguing idea, or intriguing interest of mine. And I'm just super humbled to go to a church that has amazing teaching and amazing men and women of God who are really good at shepherding into people. So I thank you guys for considering me as one of your next residents at Grace. It's all part of God's plan. So if it happens, great. If not, then I'm just going to wait and see what God has in store for me. So thank you guys so much. God bless. Take care.